So, about your first show that you guys did.
Okay.
Set the scene for me. Like, what did you have to do in order to even set up a show around here?
You know, that's a good question, and my memory of it is so vague. I know.
I remember playing it.
Yeah. How did we get the?
Where was it?
The permit? Right in the hub of Cotati.
That park.
That little
park.
outdoor stage.
That's
where we played. There was, you can see, like 8 bands or something playing, and it went well. It did
great.
Yeah. It was a totally successful show. So the funny thing is, so we put that on. Everything else was either like a club or else a house party, but then you have a Dead Kennedys related question.
Oh yeah.
Is there
Not there yet. Okay. Let's do best gigs, worst gigs.
for this band?
For Skirt Boys.
You didn't really play enough gigs.
I know.
Things that just went horribly wrong, or
I don't
horribly
recall
right.
any of
It
those.
never ever went horribly. Yeah. What do you make of it?
Well, we played the map only one time, the Boothroyd Gardens, with Fire Mission, and it didn't go terribly. It wasn't well attended, but the most disastrous thing is the recording that exists of it. It starts out terrible, comes in, gets chopped. Now there's people like at a party pressing record, like the old, accidentally it's like recording over a piece of it. Like anything that could happen to a tape has happened to us. We've even lost the last of the songs on it, and unfortunately, no recordings exist.
Right, that's
that
it.
we can find. We
That's
did
all we got.
2 studio demos and played a bunch of shows, and we can't find anything that exists. But
Are the demos around? Anyway?
no, even Gino contacted the studio. Nobody knows where those tapes are. It's a total drag. So that's the most unfortunate aspect of our history. It wasn't well documented. Even wasn't photographed. I mean,
No. I don't think
we had no concept of documenting what was going on at the time, and I'm kicking myself now. I mean, I knew to save flyers and stuff, but none of us had a camera. None of us. We were so in the moment. We weren't thinking about it. Nobody even thought we would live this long for sure. I mean, we all thought we were going down in a mushroom cloud any minute now. But yeah. Well, okay. Actually, there's a good answer for that, because our second, I guess, official attempt at putting on a show was the Dead Kennedy show, of which there are way too many flyers. And Gino and I vividly remember this. It was like the first time I met Jello, probably. It was out there on Broadway. We went up, said we're a band from Santa Rosa. We're putting on a show, will the Dead Kennedys play? And I don't think he was blowing smoke up our ass or anything, but he was like, yeah, sure, we'll do this. He gave us enough encouragement for us to think that it was
We just
a
ran
deal.
it.
So we were like, okay, this is on, And I think it really speaks to the time too, because they were a huge band, and you would think, now he would say, talk to our booking agent. He wouldn't even begin to discuss booking a show with a kid, But anyway, we figured we had to go ahead, and somehow I think Billy Haas knows more about the procuring of the hall for this one, but because there was, I forget where we were supposed to be, but anyway, as it comes closer, we realize, or we get contact, Dead Kennedys are not playing this show, and of course the whole thing just fell apart. There was no show.
It was
really anticlimactic. There's not even a story involved in that. It just didn't happen. But the funny thing is, now that I play with Jello, he hasn't forgotten, and he still is convinced that it was some kind of scam to get people to come see us. Like, we're going to tell everybody that the Dead Kennedys are playing, and when they get there, we're like, sorry, they're not. But I'm still trying to convince him that's not how it went down. We're naive, and we just thought we could just do this on a handshake, basically.
Right.
But he thinks there was some malicious intent, So that was another one of the more disastrous outcomes of Skirt Boys. But it wasn't a bad show.
I don't think we ever played a bad show.
Yeah.
Right.
We were mostly just among our friends, and to